Howdy guys, what is going on? Welcome. I just said howdy. What? Howdy y'all. I wore a cowboy hat at the Classic for the first day or the second day, and I think it's like kind of starting to take effect on me a little bit. Like I caught myself the other day and I was looking at spurs for boot. When will I ever need spurs? I don't know. I don't even know what spurs are used for. I guess for horseback riding or something like that. But anyway, that's besides the point. I was looking through my comments the other day and I was like, I promise y'all that I will buy the Abu Garcia MaxZ, I want to say, from Walmart, and I never got around to doing that. Like I walk by them every day in Walmart and I never bought it. So today that's what we're gonna go in here and do. We're gonna go in here, buy the Abu Garcia MaxZ. Hopefully they have it, because like I've been saying, it's springtime. Everybody and their mom wants to get out in the water and fish. Everybody wants to go catch the biggest bass. Not saying that is a bad thing, but you know, leave some tackle for the rest. And by the rest of us, I mean me. No, I'm just kidding, 100% a joke. But we're gonna go in Walmart today. Hopefully they have this thing in here, because seriously, like it is kind of hard to find certain stuff when the fishing gets good. So I've been promising y'all this, and I have never used this reel, and I'm excited to see how it works. So we're gonna hopefully scoop it today and go catch big old big mouth bass on it. So stay tuned. Not gonna lie to y'all, I have already been to 2 different Walmarts looking for this reel, so they have it. It's gonna be like striking gold in here this morning. You might hear a victory screech, like a SpongeBob victory screech if they have it. That's a big if. I love coming in these stores because you get to check out all the new rods, all the new gear. It always seems like there's something new. I really want to get like a big catfish rod and try to catch like a really, really big bass on it, just to see what the fight would feel like. All right, we need the they have it. They have it. There it is, the Abu Garcia MaxZ 7-1-1. So similar reel to this is the Abu Garcia Max Pro. It is by far my favorite reel within this price point. It is $88, but it looks exactly like this. It's just white. And I'm pretty sure it's a 6-something-to-1 gear ratio. So it's not quite as fast as the MaxZ is gonna be, but it is still kind of on that same tier. It's just $30 more. I think it's like $88 retail in here. So this one's only $57. Feels pretty good. Sure, it is right-handed. I know a lot of you guys always comment, man, I wish they had those things in left hand. Honestly, I would tell you to look on the Walmart's website. But as far as left-handed reels, I know when they were carrying the Black Max, like in these clamshell packages like this, you used to be able to get lucky, or even when they had the Black Max combos in here, you used to be able to get lucky to find left-handed reels. But like nowadays, honestly, I don't know what to tell you, because myself, I don't see that many left-handed reels in here. Just looking at the bait casters, they don't have a single left-handed one. So I would tell you to probably check online, because I feel the pain. I feel the pain. Well, actually, I don't feel the pain because I'm not left-handed, but I understand what it's like to be, you know, you feel a little left out. You know, all you got is right-handed reel. Sometimes you need a left-handed reel too to match the right-handed reel. So we got the MaxZ. We're gonna go check out. $57, so it'll be like 64, 65, something like that with tax. And we're gonna try to go catch some big old big mouth bass on it. Stay tuned. I'm excited. I've been planning this. I've been saying this since like last December, and now it's what, April? 4 months later. But it's the perfect time to do it, because this is when everybody wants to go fish again. So guys, just like that, I'm the new owner of a new reel. I'm kind of excited for this thing. I don't know what we're gonna. Whoa, I thought we left this wind in Tennessee. So I was wearing that cowboy hat I was telling you about earlier in Tennessee, and hat was just popping off my head left and right. I was talking to Matt Robertson, doing a little interview for Bass's TikTok. Hat just gone, middle of the interview. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited to use this. I don't know what we're gonna use it for. The Max Pro, like I said, we use it for slobber knockers. We have it on the Jordan Lee bladed jig rod, and it's probably my favorite setup, technique specific setup that I have. I love a good 7-foot medium heavy just because you can use it for anything, but like, there's something about that bladed jig rod with that Max Pro. It's perfect. It's perfect. Y'all get this video to 500 likes, I'll send this reel to one of y'all. I know some of y'all might be pretty specky or techie, whatever you want to call it. So before I get out of the parking lot, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all that before I forget to, because sometimes I forget to tell y'all the specs. So this reel has 6 bearing. It is a 7-1-to-1 gear ratio. It's the Abu Garcia MaxZ. Has the nice thick grippy handles. They're not as big as like the new Revo STX handles, but they're a lot better than what they used to be like on the old Black Maxes, when they were kind of just those small nub. Don't have a click and drag. That's one thing that I really do like on some of my reels. It's like when the drag click, but that's really not that big of a deal, because once you get your drag set, normally I'm not fooling around my drag too much. You know, once I have it set for the day, it's pretty much set. 7.4 ounces. It can hold 30 yards or 120 yards of 30-pound braid, or it can hold 120 yards of 12-pound mono. That's pretty much all your specs. 5 stainless steel ball bearings plus 1 roller bearing if you're into that type of thing. Before I purchase a new reel, there's 2 things that I kind of graded on. Number 1 is, how does it make me feel? How does it look? Does it look cool? Like, can I see it on a certain rod? You know, I just like to pair my stuff up to where it looks cool to me. And then number two is just how smooth is it? How does it feel? You know, how does it make me feel? When I look at it, does it make me happy? Does it make me sad? Does it like, you know, does it look like a good product? After that, how does it feel in my hand? Like, does it fit well in my hand? Do I feel like I can, you know, do what I need to do with the reel when I have it in my hand? The long anticipated Garcia MaxZ. Before I got out here, I was like, man, what reel or what rod should I pair this reel up? I knew for a fact I wanted to throw moving bait, but we chose the ugly stick carbon rod. We chose the ugly stick carbon rod just because this is one of the best moving bait rods I think I've ever thrown. MaxZ onto this thing and see how many fish we can catch on it. We're just going for straight up numbers today. Like, this video so far in the making, like, I would love to catch 100 for y'all on this reel. The Max Pro, I use it for chatterbaits or slobber knockers. I really have enjoyed that reel. So, I mean, this one is $30 cheaper. I don't see why it can't be as good as the Max Pro. Awesome, we're all rigged up, ready to go. I got my little fanny pack. Not sure if the video's been uploaded, but I recorded a full video where I like rigged out my ultimate pond fishing bag and I left all the lures in it, and we're gonna take that with us today. So stay tuned, we're gonna go try to catch some big old big mouth bass. I will talk to y'all on the... All right. Man, one thing I told myself we had to do this year is more pond fish. I'm trying to stick to that. I got a couple new kayaks and I was like, I have the kayak on the back of the truck right now. And I was like, no, we're gonna hit the bank today. We're gonna do it from the bank. I just think bank fishing is just so much fun just because you're so, I don't know. I like both. Like, I just like to fish, I guess would be the politically correct answer is I just enjoy to fish. But it's just something about doing it from the bank. It's just so, you know, that's how the first fishing was probably done, from the bank. Also, we got to keep an eye out for fish on bed today. Man, I can't tell, this water's just really low. Because I don't think this bank has always been like this right here. First cast. I didn't set it or anything. I did turn my brakes all the way down. Spool tension, didn't set it. Man, that was a pretty good cast. First cast into the wind too. That was pretty far. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Oh, did we catch one first cast? No. Man, that was pretty good. I did set my brakes with like spool tension knob or anything like that when we were setting it up. I didn't touch any of that. So out of the pack, okay. That was 100% luck. I'm not gonna tell you to do that. I just got lucky right there because I probably should have backlashed it pretty good. Yeah, see, our spool tension definitely is not set. Or drag. Drag is tightened down. Yeah, this reel's definitely gonna get used a lot. One thing I always say about getting a new reel is like, most of them out of the pack, they are gonna do pretty good. So the true test of them, oh no, we got hung up on a stick. The true test of a new reel is really like the test of time. I think that's the best, that's the only way that you can truly test a reel to see how well it's gonna perform, you know. Out of the pack, they all should work. I haven't ran into a reel yet of any brand, like out of the box, where it's like, I don't know. I think a lot of it's just kind of like the excitement of having a new reel that kind of plays a big part in trying to make a review video on it, because, you know, of course it's a new product. You're pretty excited about it. I will say, out of the box, this is probably the furthest casting reel that I've had in a while. It seems like a lot of the time it kind of takes a few casts to really, you know, get it dialed in. You had to get your line wet. Just with fresh line and everything, these are some of the farthest casts I've been able to make in a while. I'm not sure if that's translating on the GoPro, but these are actually like really good casts, because that's my 4th cast with it. Unless we just really had it dialed in, or, oh, we got hit right there. That's not a fish, I don't think, no. Unless we just got this thing dialed in already. Castability and distance for 50 bucks. Yeah, it's casting a lot better than a Black Max does out of the pack. And not bird's nesting or anything like that. Like, I didn't even put my thumb on the spool. Man, yeah, this is definitely worth the money. What's the gear ratio on this? 7:1 to 1? Not bad. $50, 7:1 to 1 gear ratio reel. I'm here for it. I need some waders. Look, I'm trying to get in the water to get a little bit farther out. All right, so far out of the pack, I love it. Like I might honestly keep this reel on this rod. I think they look pretty good together. The gray's like, this is gray and then this is black, so kind of throws it off a little bit, but the carbon up here kind of matches the reel. Okay, we got a rock bank right here, drops off a little bit faster. I like the way this looks. Don't see any bait fish. One thing to always look for whenever you're bank fishing a pond, or one thing that I like to look for whenever I bank fish a pond, is just bait. So like bait fish, whatever that might be, or just fish in general. Might be small bass, might be little bluegill, shad, whatever. I like to always try to locate the bait, because whenever you locate the bait, there's gonna be bass in the area. And always start, like if I'm going to a pond, I have to catch a fish and I only have an hour to fish, I am always starting on the wind blown side. So that means it's like, I want the wind to be blowing in my face. Might make it a little bit harder to cast, especially if you're just starting out, but I think that really ups your chances. Like the wind's kind of blowing in this direction, so this will be considered like the wind blown side of the bank. Oh, there we go. Hey, need to set our drag a little bit. It's not a bad one, we'll take that. Awesome. Awesome. How you doing?
Did you catch you a big fish the other day?
Yes, ma'am, a 794. If you need help, just let me know.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, good to see you. Our first one, boys, first one. Man, we can really bomb this thing out there. Like, these are pretty long casts that we're making. Like, it kind of makes me want to tie on a deeper diving crankbait. Something that's gonna get down a little bit better, or maybe not even a deeper diving crankbait, maybe even like a bigger crankbait or a stunner, jerk bait or something like that. Because that big fish I caught a couple weeks ago was on a stunner, and it was on this side of the bank. The water still is a little cold, so I think we can kind of get away with like fishing on the deeper side. They're not necessarily going shallow yet. I don't think. I'm on the bank, so it's kind of difficult to determine where majority of the fish are, because this is a fairly large pond. So like there's a whole bunch of area where we can be fishing at. So it's hard to say like, oh, they're all on this bank, because really the fish are gonna be spread out across the pond. But ooh, you can tell spring, bedding season, all that is coming, because the pollen's out. It's like the further south you go in Alabama, the worse the pollen gets. Or basically what I'm trying to say is like the more country you get in Alabama, the more pollen starts popping out on you. There we go. There we go. Not a bad one. Maybe. Boom. It's a good old big mouth bass. Not a crazy one. First one was bigger. You got some growing to do, dude. Yeah, this reel, I mean, I kind of hate getting these reels sometimes just because I don't know what to say about them. Because like, if they don't suck, I really just don't have anything to say about them. Oh, right there. Hey, these are thicker. That one's thicker. Boom, I will take it, boys. 3. I have to change my thing till Larry catches the dinkiest bass. Come on now, we are blasting this thing out there. I'm not sure if y'all can see how far these casts are making it out. Oh, there was a little hit. And this is a cool spot right here just because it drops off so quick. It doesn't drop off as quick right there, but right here we were just standing at, it's like, it goes from 4 feet to like 10 feet. Like there's almost like a shelf. It just drops off that. There's one. Oh, I love fish on this rod. This rod and reel combination for cranking is awesome because I can blast this smaller frit side out. I think I said this in a previous video, but my favorite like look of bass is when they're light like this, but then they have like those dark marks on them, like the lateral line's dark. Like the bigger they get, the more pretty it is. And I'm not sure if that's like a certain species of largemouth or how it's defined, but I think that's like the prettiest species. Like if I'm gonna catch a 10 pounder, I want it to be light with a really dark defined lateral line. Cause you know, some of them you start catching, it's almost like they don't even have a lateral line. It's like, I wanna see the lateral line on them. There we go. Oh, came off. Man, is this rod a 7-foot medium? Yeah. This is awesome. This is like the perfect cranking rod. All right, we've caught a few on the frit side. See if maybe we can up the size a little bit if we switch our lure up. And while we're over here on the dam, I think we could probably throw this bait. It's a little square bull. All right, we're gonna throw the square bull while we're over here on the dam, and then once we move from the dam, we'll tie on like a war pig or something, because it gets grassy around the pond, but over here on the dam, it's pretty much just rock. So then we should be Gucci with the good old crankbait. And it's been awesome. This rod has probably about 4 to 5 million views on TikTok and Instagram. I did the trick where, like, if you hang up your lure or on a tree or something like that. Oh, there we go. Hold up. That story can wait. That one don't feel bad. Come here. 7-1-1's moving, boy. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's a big mouth. That crankbait, we switch our lure up and hooked up. That's always the best feeling whenever you're able to change a lure. Just feeling like the fish are active. It's just like, this mind kind of goes blank whenever you start hooking up on these beautiful big old big mouth bass, man. Awesome. Look at that. What a big one. A monster. I have no clue what I was saying before this. Something about the rod. I really like the rod. $100 rod out of field and stream. I don't remember. I don't remember. That fish just, okay, we just got hit twice right there. It's like we hook these fish and they go limp, because I promise they feel so much bigger than they actually are whenever they come up. Like I hook into one and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's a show enough one right there. And then they come up and it's like a dink. If I'm rating it on a scale of 1 to 10, castability. Oh, there's another one. Castability, I give it a 10 for sure. Fish catchingness, got to give it a 10. Come here, water skied. Whoosh. Big one. Fish catchability, a 10. I think this is probably like number 6 or 7 that we've caught on it. Swag up the reel. Real swag. I give it a, I don't know, I kind of like the black and gray. I give it an 8. I would give it a 7, but I give it an 8 just because you can pair it up with a whole bunch of different rods, just because the colors are pretty neutral on it. There we go. There we go. Come here. Hey, that's not a bad one. We'll take them. We'll take you. We'll take you. I don't know what number that is, but they're starting to, whoa, they're starting to fatten up. Almost went down there, man. 6 years and it hasn't let me down. There's a bass. Come here. Come here. You don't get to be in the water. There's another one. We'll take it. But yeah, I'm not trying to hype it up. I always say, if you like it, or if you've been thinking about it, oh, there we go. See, that one feels good. That one feels good. I always say, if you like a reel, go pick it up, try it out for yourself. I have always been an Abu Garcia guy. That's just how I am, who I am. You can look back on videos before I was really making fishing videos. Like, I've popped it up before. I have one video early on my channel, and I've always used Abu Garcia reels. Like, it's not a money thing. It's not like a payment thing. It's just what I like, what I enjoy. If somebody just handed me this reel out of the blue and was like, tell me how much do you think it costs? I wouldn't say $50. I'd probably put in like the $75, $80 price range. Oh, there we go. Man, this is fun. These fish might not be like oh no, I'm sorry, dude. You're gonna have a headache tonight. You need to chill out. I'm sorry. That's kind of not my fault. You ate it, not me. Yeah, we caught fish on the crankbait. Oh, that was a decent, there we go. Come here. Come here. Hey, chill. See, now you've hooked yourself more. See ya. Awesome. I need to start back naming fish when I catch them. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted to happen this evening. I was just hoping that we'd be able to come out here and like do what we're doing right now, just catch them on this reel, just so I can feel it. And like, you know, that's the best way to tell how much you're gonna like a reel, or you like a reel a lot more when you take it out and you catch a whole bunch of fish on it. And that's what's happening right now with this one, and I'm really, really enjoying every second of it. No matter the size, sometimes you have to let the size go and you just have to enjoy catching fish at a certain point. All right, see, this is what I was talking about earlier. We're getting into some of these grass patches now to where I want to throw the lipless into, because you can rip it out of the grass and trigger fish to bite that way. Because as it gets shallower, I think the grass gets a little bit worse, or as the bank isn't as steep, the grass kind of starts to pick up. Yeah, see, we're in heavy grass right there. All right, back this way we go. We're gonna switch over to the lipless. We're gonna tie on a red lipless. Also, we need to retie, because our line's pretty frayed just from fishing around all those rocks. Oh, there we go. Hey, that's a better one. That's a better one. Come here. Come here, boy. All right, it's another one. A little bit bigger bait. But I think honestly the fish are just so aggressive in here, you could probably throw like a 6-inch glide bait in here and they'd still eat it. Hey, there's a fish on that. Hey, let's go. Come here. That's not a bad one. Awesome. There we go. See ya. There we go. Right there at the bank. Come here. Come here. Let's go. That's the biggest one of the day. Let's go. Sizing up a little bit. Sizing up. I don't know about biggest of the day, but definitely like look the biggest of the day. And that's one thing that I do love about bank fishing is sometimes you just find a spot and you can just cast over and over and over in the same spot and just keep catching them. And yeah, you can do that on a kayak, yeah, you can do it on a boat, but it just seems like from the bank, it just seems so pure because you don't have as much access from the bank. You know, you gotta walk around trees, so like when you find that spot, it kind of makes you appreciate it a little bit more. There's one of them big old big mouth bass. Awesome, boom. They are sizing up slowly. That's a thicker one. Awesome. Oh, he's bleeding a little bit. See you. You see how far we just casted that thing? I mean, it has to be a good 40 yards. I need to take this thing to a football field. It'd be hard to find one that's marked off right now, but I need to take one to like a field with markers on it, like a track. So let's see how far we can really cast this thing. Like just with the war pig or like a rattle trap, a good 1/2 ounce rattle trap, you know, just a good heavy lure that we can really send out there. Cause I bet you I could get this thing to that other bank over there. We're gonna try it. Probably gonna backlash the heck out of it, but we're gonna try it. Let's see. I bet you I could almost hit that other bank over there. That's about 3/4 of the way. All right, guys, that's it for the MaxZ. Long time coming, but I think it was definitely worth it. We caught a whole bunch of fish on today. And like I say in a lot of my videos, check it out for yourself. Go feel it for yourself. If I had to tell you 100% yes, go check it out. But you know, you might hate it. So go buy it. If you don't like it, take it back to the store, man. Honestly. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to fish them hard and have a good day. If there's any reels, anything that you'd like to see me get from Walmart or get from any store and try out on the channel, just let me know down below in the comments. And I got y'all, boys. See y'all. Don't forget to fish them hard. Have a good day. Peace.